This is for all my boxing aficionados who wanted me to do a rebuttal on the situation with Conor McGregor and Paulie Malignaggi in sparring. But I decided to go a little step further than that. Why? It's because I think there are a couple of elements in this fight that are being overlooked, and most people are just throwing out Hail Marys as far as their picks and predictions and what they think. But it has nothing to do with what anyone thinks when it comes down to the game of boxing. Why? Because it takes years to figure this sport out, and then from that point, it takes years to ingrain that muscle memory inside of that body. But before I get started, I'd like to introduce myself for those who have never watched my channel or looked at my page. My name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. Now back to the topic at hand. I'm going to explain a few things about muscle memory. The moment that you first got on a bicycle and start pedaling, you hit the ground, or you kept stopping it from hitting the ground with your feet because you knew you didn't have the mechanics to operate that vehicle. And we've all fallen off of a bicycle. It's because inside of the brain, the motor skills had not been aligned with the functions of the human body yet. You didn't know rotation and revolution have to be tied to the brain. Even if you got in the car for the first time, that's the same thing that happens whenever you go into a boxing ring or you come to the boxing gym. You have to throw X amount of punches the right way in order for the muscle memory to be ingrained, or what? You'll go into the ring and you'll make mistakes, and someone will make you miss, and then they will make you pay. Not because you don't know how to box, but simply because the muscle memory has not been set in. It takes thousands of hours of repetition to master the science of a jab. Just because someone throws the jab technically does not mean that they've mastered the science. There's been several videos of Conor McGregor out this weekend and last week doing his media training, and you saw a lot of things. And those from the boxing world, they saw the lack thereof technical skill set. But those who understand combat understand it doesn't matter what it looks like. Timing is everything, which Conor McGregor has plenty of. He understands the essence of making the connection, not how it looks. So there is muscle memory ingrained in there. Thing about it with Floyd is the master of timing, and he's also a master of ingraining what he does and muscle memory, because it's obvious that when you see Floyd Mayweather do pad work, do bag work, shadow box, and even fight, that's coming from a higher source, not just skills, but muscle memory. When a fighter trains in the UFC or MMA, they understand the science of the timing there. If you watch the strikers in the UFC, the timing is different than that there of the boxing world. Everything is on a timer, meaning on time, not offset. And then everything in UFC is an offset kind of timing. When a boxer develops the skill set to become offset timing, what does that mean, coach? Because I know you're going to put it down in the comments. What is offset timing? Meaning, if I throw a jab and a right hand, it's pop, pop. When you get offset timing, it's pop, pop, in between the time set that you normally would throw it, which throws the defensive guy off. That's what Conor McGregor has instilled. Now, some of you really want to find out, because what I think is while you're watching this, you want to know what my prediction is. Because when I've watched other posts on this fight, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, all right, man, get to the point. What do you think will happen? I think there will be several variances that I'm speaking of right now that will surface soon after the fight. After the fourth round, and yes, it'll get to a point where it hits the fourth round, all of those tricks and all of those things that really contribute to ebbs and flows will kick in. All the tricks of the training that you put in, some of those things were new for Conor McGregor. Now, once exhaustion settles in against an elite fighter, those things will start to go out of the window. And whenever you start to feel that fatigue settle in, and you're also having to adjust and adapt to what Floyd is putting on you, then that's when you're going to start to see the wildering of the opponent. But now that the test he's been put through with Nate Diaz will help him overcome several moments where it seems like the tide's turning, and he'll be able to implement some of those things again. But Floyd, on the other hand, when you see Floyd lock into a guy and he's got him in his radar and he's broken down the data, what you're gonna find is that he's lasered in, excuse my French, and he's gonna be accurate and he's gonna attack the body, trying to take the legs from Conor McGregor. So the things that I spoke to as I segue back to the muscle memory, it's the things that you've been doing repetitiously that come into play after the 7th round, after the 8th round. Those things are muscle memory, things you've been doing for days and years and months and even decades in that case. Those are the things that you're gonna feel the most comfortable doing, because whenever my guys box, whether they sparring each other or they're fighting another foe, what they do realize is that the thing that you have stuck with most and done best is the thing that you have later on in the fight. So when it comes down to prediction and what's the most important variance in this fight, it's muscle memory. So you tell me, who has been positioned to use their muscle memory better? And then you don't even have to get my pick. If you want to get my pick, I'm on ESPN.com. Well, ESPNboxing.com, and hopefully, I guess we'll have our articles out by next Thursday, which is the Thursday prior to the fight. Johnny Wiles, let me know something, holla at your boy. Thing is, that's gonna be the most important variance. The conditioning, they're both conditioned. Floyd's been off, but Conor McGregor has been working. So there's a lot of muscle memory. The thing about it is, you gotta be careful about how many new things you try to implement, because later on in the fight, with a mongoose like Floyd Mayweather, or the nephew of the Black Mamba, it's gonna be hard to adapt and switch up the muscle memory side of that ring. My name is Eric A. Bradley, AKA The Real Fight Doctor, and I thank you guys for watching. This is Master Boxing, where we break the fight world down, baby. Round by round. Paulie Malignaggi, you asked for it, you got it. The next video will be on the rebuttal of what's going down with Paulie Malignaggi and why was that not a great idea on one hand, but it benefited him on the other hand. But boy, talking about humiliated, that is absolutely bananas. You guys take it light, subscribe to the channel, like the page, share the post, because this is how we get it popping all the time. Peace. Leave your comments down below. Who's gonna win this fight? Let us all know.